Hey, it's Allie Edwards, and welcome back to my Storytelling with Stamps series featuring some of the new stamp sets that we have available with our collaboration with Laura Wansick. Today I am doing a 2-page project here. This is outside of the page protector, 7 inches wide by 8 1/4 tall, each of those pages. I started out with the Rainbow Story Kit or Rainbow Scrapbook Kit pattern paper that I cut down. I'm actually going to switch that out in a little bit here, but that was the starting place. I love that big bold text on there. The stamps I'm going to be using in this video are the Iconic TV stamp set and then the Alley Phrases stamp set. The Iconic TV stamp set has a bunch of different fun sentiments from past TV shows. I'm actually going to be using one that says "This Is Us," which is from the TV show of the same name, but I'm using it just because I like that sentiment. I think it's great for telling a story about Anna and a couple of her friends right now. What I'm doing here is I'm actually stamping on craft pockets that were included with the Right Story Kit, and that's actually available currently if you are watching this in real time. What I wanted to do here is I wanted to repeat stamp "This Is Us" using a couple different ink colors onto the outside of the pocket. I was kind of testing some out here. I initially started off with Crafters inks, and then I'm going to move to using a couple of archival inks from Tim Holtz, still in the red, orange, and yellow family there. You can see how I'm turning it over onto the back to just test it out a little bit on the craft to be able to see, are the colors showing through? So could I see the yellow is really what I wanted to see, and I could. So again, just going ahead and repeat stamping, moving it around a little bit as I lay it down onto that craft pocket so that it isn't in the same spot every time. That's really important when you are stamping and creating patterns, is that you're not putting it in the exact same location each time. So as I am stamping, I am moving, once I grab the orange, I'm moving it a little bit. When I grab the yellow, I'm moving it into a different place and just repeating that. I'm going to do that on both of the pockets here. And then I'm actually also going to use a stamp from the Alley Phrases stamp set, which is one that says, "Let kindness be the language of your heart," which I also thought was great for this story about the girls here. In a minute, I'll be adding that on with black. It was kind of a second thought in the process. Again, grabbing that second pocket and then repeating the same thing. You can also see over on the side that little bit of turquoise peeking up. That is a Lawn Fawn chamois. That was something else that we actually offered in the stamp release with Laura's stamps this time. And this is my first time using it, and I love it. It's working great. It's great to have something like that. And I'm just stamping off on it. It cleans your stamps off really well. Trying to stop using baby wipes and try something else. So that's a little bit of something happening over on the corner there. All right, here you can see where I switched out the pattern paper. This is actually a pattern paper from the Right Story Kit. Felt like that was made sense. I think it was just, I wanted something that was a little less bold in the background, but I liked still having the multi-colors there. It kind of brought in some of the blue from the big photo. All right, next up I grabbed a speech bubble, a die-cut speech bubble that was included in the Right Story Kit, and I'm stamping "This Is Us" on top and then stamping that quote that I read a couple minutes ago underneath in black. And then that's where I decided I was going to repeat that as a layer over on the craft pockets. And sorry you can't see it right now, you'll be able to see it better in just a minute. I just basically, in between each line of the "This Is Us" stamping, I stamped a portion of that quote. Just gives it a little more, I guess, a little more texture technically. You can see it a little bit up on the top one there. Just adding a little something extra. One of the things that I love doing here, or the plan with this project, you'll see me in a minute write my own journaling on the speech bubble there, just talking about Anna and her friendships. And then I'm having her write on the pockets, or the papers that are inside the pocket. But before I get to that part, I went into my stash and I pulled out a sheet of Puffy stickers, and I'm putting those in between the "This Is Us" words. And I don't add them on to the second page. I do add a couple embellishments on there that you'll see in a second. I went through my chipboard stash and pulled out 2 chipboard banners from previous kits to just see, looking, were there any sentiments that would fit with this story is really what I was looking for. And I found the one that says, thank you for believing in me, because that's a big part of their friendship. And then the other one says, we just get each other. I thought those were fun to layer on top of the pockets. Let's see, other things that are happening here on this one, with those chipboard pieces, these are some of the ones that we had in the past, and so I'm able to just adhere those directly on there. The chipboard that we have currently does not have adhesive on the back of it. We've made it a little bit thinner, give you some more options for how you might want to adhere those down. Going ahead and adding my journaling. This time I used a micron pen, and I will link that for you guys below. This is like the point, I think it's like 0.01. It's a real thin, probably a little thinner than I like. Generally, but it was one that I grabbed out of my stash and worked just fine. Directly saying how I appreciate their friendship and love seeing them connecting together. Just kind of a good opportunity to celebrate their friendship here on this particular project. Then I'm going to add foam adhesive on the back, which is one of my favorite ways to adhere something onto a project. I love how it adds a little bit of extra dimension to the page and lifts it up off the back of the page. I'm going to do the same thing with my photos on the first page, and then I will just be adhering with rolling adhesive the actual pockets down on the page. I'm using rolling adhesive, new rolling adhesive from scrapbook.com. It's a yellow dot roller adhesive. It's been working really well. I've been using it, I think it's been at least a week now, I think. No, it's been more than that. It's been a couple weeks. It's been working really well. Actually, when I'm doing the voiceover right now, someone has removed it from my office, so I must find where it went. I'm not taking the blame on this one because I'm pretty sure I didn't take it out of here, but I think one of the kids borrowed it. The other thing that I added onto those little pieces of paper that are inside the pockets is a stamp that says "Love Us," and that's actually on the patterned hearts. There's a 6x8 stamp set with patterned hearts that was available with this release as well. Made sure I added the date on there. I've been doing a pretty good job making sure I get the dates on there. And then in those little spaces there, that is where I'm going to have Anna fill in what she loves about one of the friends, and then on the other card she can put what she loves about the other friend. So inviting her own voice to be included in this project as well. All right, let me know if you guys have questions in the comments below, and we'll see you back here again soon.